The World Cup starts now, and the stage is the same as always, the same one since 1970. The Estadio Azteca in Mexico City is the only stadium on the planet to have hosted 3 FIFA World Cups, but there's one chapter of this stadium's story that almost nobody tells. In October 2025, this 60-year-old giant earned the highest sustainability certification that exists. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how a stadium built in 1966 ended up outperforming brand new buildings on one of the most rigorous environmental standards in the world. When FIFA selected 16 stadiums for the 2026 World Cup, the U.S. Green Building Council quietly issued a challenge: turn these venues into sustainability benchmarks. By the time the tournament opened, 13 of those 16 stadiums had already earned LEED certification. 10 of them were certified in the last 2 years, specifically for this World Cup. But one stands out in a way nobody expected, the oldest one, with 60 years of history and with the highest certification of all, Platinum. If you like discovering what great buildings hide behind their facades, subscribe to the channel. We tell one of these stories every video. Let's understand who we're talking about. The Estadio Azteca sits in the Santa Úrsula neighborhood of Mexico City, nearly 7,400 feet above sea level. It opened in 1966, 2 years before the Mexico Olympics. With 87,500 seats, it's still the largest stadium in Latin America today. Over its lifetime, it has welcomed more than 45 million people. Games, concerts, events. It's the home of Club America and Cruz Azul, the 2 most popular clubs in Mexico, and it's where the Mexican national team has always played. But what nobody else has managed to replicate is this: the Azteca is about to host its 3rd World Cup. In 1970, the final was played right here, Brazil 4, Italy 1, Pelé's last title. In 1986, the final again, Argentina 3, West Germany 2. And in that same tournament, in that same stadium, in the quarterfinal between Argentina and England, Maradona scored 2 goals that went down in history for completely opposite reasons. The first, the infamous Hand of God, where he punched the ball in with his fist and the referee validated it. The second, elected the goal of the century by FIFA. 11 seconds of play, 10 defenders beaten. 2 opposite stories, same stadium, same Sunday afternoon. And now, in 2026, the Azteca hosts the World Cup again. No other stadium in the world has done that. Now, the part that changes the story. LEED is the International Green Building Certification System. It evaluates a building across several dimensions: energy consumption, water use, indoor air quality, waste management, materials. The points add up to a level: certified, silver, gold, or the highest of all, platinum. For a brand new building, it's hard. For a high-budget new build, it's challenging but doable. For a 60-year-old stadium built in 1966, when nobody was thinking about energy efficiency or water reuse, it's extraordinary. And here's the detail nobody saw coming. The stadium's deputy general manager, Felix Aguirre, was direct about it after the certification. Some areas of the Azteca had never had adequate ventilation systems. In 60 years of operation, never. That's what makes this certification different from anything done before. This wasn't a new building designed around sustainability from day one. It was an aging giant, renovated in less than a year, brought up to the highest standard, point by point. So what did they actually do? Let's start with energy, because the numbers are striking. The Azteca reduced energy consumption by nearly 45%. That came from 3 main actions: new high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, a full LED lighting retrofit across the entire facility, and automated control of systems that previously ran on manual settings. To put that in perspective, a stadium that hosts dozens of events a year with up to 87,500 people per event, cutting energy consumption by 45%, isn't a side note, it's an operational transformation. On water, the reduction was 36%. New low-flow fixtures throughout, automated urinal flushing, optimized pressure systems in every area of the complex. In a stadium with capacity for nearly 90,000 people, 36% less water per event is an enormous volume saved every single event. And there's a third front that's less visible but equally important: waste management and sustainable procurement. The Azteca developed a full waste reduction program with landfill diversion targets and created a sustainable purchasing policy that goes all the way down to the detail of the toilet paper. That's part of the EED criteria, and it's part of what separates a real certification from a press release. All of this was done in approximately 1 year, with the stadium still in operation, still hosting matches and events. Felix Aguirre called the achievement extraordinary, given the age and the original conditions of the facility. Extraordinary is the right word. There's an argument people repeat a lot when it comes to sustainability, that it's easy to build green from scratch, but nearly impossible to retrofit what already exists. The Azteca dismantles that argument. The U.S. Green Building Council highlights this case precisely for that reason, not as a perfect building, but as proof that any structure, regardless of age, can be rigorously evaluated and transformed. And there's an important technical note. The lead system the Azteca used was the version for existing buildings in operation. That version was developed specifically for buildings already in use, and it evaluates whether what was implemented actually works day to day, not just on paper. This isn't new construction marketing, it's measured results from real operations. So the next time you watch a match at the Azteca in this World Cup, there's a layer of history that goes beyond football. The Estadio Azteca is the only building on the planet that will have hosted 3 World Cups. It's 60 years old. It witnessed the goal of the century and the hand of God. It's the largest stadium in Latin America. And since October 2025, it's LEED Platinum, the highest environmental certification there is, not because it's new, not because it's modern, but because the people responsible for it decided this stadium's story deserved one more chapter. If you want to keep discovering how the world's greatest stadiums and buildings work on the inside, hit like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, which other World Cup stadium do you want to see on the channel? See you next episode.